emanating from there are profound, pragmatic, and together to fully actualize the potential of this initiative. I wish
Yet we do not know how he taught. And today's system, which does not bring about any change in the gone through, and the present generation and future.
Bridge between South and Asia.
Poverty reduction, especially focusing on education and social upliftment to organize more ritual events promoting spiritual journey and pilgrimage to Lumini. To my mind, it is indeed to work together in nurturing our common spiritual and emotional values. This can unleash indeed enormous energy for prosperity and peace. It will provide all of us great opportunity for enhancing the notion of togetherness and fraternity. I am sure this today's seminar with hands of spiritual organizations, scholars, writers, civil society, as well as the heritage can be visualized.
The organizer of this seminar from India came to meet me. I asked him, why you have chosen
New Dharma, Devda Buddha's maternal home. Ram
Honorable Member of Parliament, Sri Lanka.
Your own success, your own personal development, for your development of the mind. We have gone through education without even
At Tripura, from 18th to the 20th of December 2015, can break away from the state of relative stagnancy and march on the path of sustained pleasure to learn that the International Buddhist Confederation, in collaboration with the Asian Council, the seminar is going to be attended by very distinguished and create a way forward for reviving the role of heritage and cultural linkages in order to forge. It is equally encouraging to see that this effort is being. Good morning, the Honorable Chief Minister of Tripura, Sri Meghalaya, and the second one from Srimati Dr. Mukul Sangma writes, I am happy to learn that the
Thank you very much. We need to seek refuge for that in our masters, in each other. So therefore the conference has four tracks.
freedom of expression, freedom of expression of mind, thoughts, thinking. Here is vibrant democracy, peace, tranquility. All these things are here. Perhaps this may be the reason of choosing Agartala, the capital town of Tripura, for organizing this mega international event. Half century back, Buddha, you must be restrained from greed, avoid clash, conflict, war, etc. If all these things are followed, there will be peace and tranquility in the global society. That was his teaching, according to my limited understanding. I have not read much about Buddhism, but I have read a little while I was a college-going student. Pali was one of my subjects, of course. It's a long ago. The situation 2,500 century back of the world is quite different nowadays world. Particularly my friend from Sri Lanka, while he was delivering his speech before us, I think indirectly he has tried his level best to explain the change of the mindset of the people of the globe today. I don't like to narrate all these things. What I like to stress that the present world is very, very complicated, undoubtedly. Essentially, Buddhism is the development of humanism. That is the essence of Buddhism, according to my understanding. That is now being attacked from different corners. Even a section of people of this globe, they are using religion to fulfill their greed and aspiration. That is the very sad thing. Buddha was against of war. He was in favor of peace. After the dismemberment of erstwhile socialist country USSR, a section of people of this globe started thinking that perhaps the era of Cold War has been over. Yes, apparently, the era of Cold War is over. But can we claim the war is over? Can anybody say world is free from war? I think we cannot say like this. What is going on? Some big countries, which you call developed countries, I don't like to name them here, to establish their political and economic hegemony over the world. What they are not doing. What is going on there in Afghanistan? What is going on there in the Middle East? What is going on there in Iraq, Iran? What is going on there in Palestine? Attack is being concentrated against the humanity. By whom? You know better than me. I don't like to narrate and explain all these things. This is for what purpose? Out of their greed, unlimited greed, to establish their hegemony, both political and economic. This is just against the tenets and ethos of Buddhism. Buddha was against of this sort of attitude. So now, since you have gathered from different parts of the world here in Agortala, I think the message of peace, you should not adopt any such method or path which invite conflicts, contradictions. Even if there is contradiction, solution should be found out in a peaceful manner without shedding blood. Contradiction is part of life. Without contradiction, human being cannot develop. This cannot be avoided and ignored but solutions should be founded in a peaceful manner. That is what is worrying nowadays. That is the sorry state of affair. And peace, it cannot be mere a slogan. Peace cannot be restored until and unless poverty and hunger is removed. Until and unless illiteracy is removed. Until and unless there is guarantee for healthcare facilities. Until and unless people are safe from begging. Until and unless there is scope for getting job and earning according to one's capability and ability and lead a discipline included, because they are children. They even cannot differentiate with their mother and cousin. So let them be first allowed to grow and develop the sense and understanding what is good, what is bad. That if he wants to preach any religion, let him be allowed to choose and take final decision on his own. There should not be any pressure on him or her. So if this attitude is not taken, the country cannot remain united. If this attitude is not taken, then what we call secular fabric of a country cannot be maintained. And democracy cannot be strengthened. If secular fabric is attacked, democracy is bound to be weakened, and thereby peace will be hard. If peace is hard, then for prosperity, for development, we may think of, we may talk of, but what for development and prosperity cannot be undertaken in a peaceful mind. So, what we have been observing in India nowadays, there is actually absence of tolerance and patience to a section of people that is also in the name of religion. That is a very bad thing.